5. That's how many titles the Spurs won from 1999 to 2014. But for the past 6 seasons, they've failed to make the playoffs. This season has felt different, as their new foundation has shown promise and potential.
Fox fires it up, puts it in! Oh!
Memphis, however, has had their number recently, winning 11 straight in San Antonio.
Edey battling, got it, dunks it with Wembanyama!
With a new coach and a refreshed approach, the Grizzlies' young roster will try to find some momentum on the road against a familiar division foe. It's another battle in the Western Conference. Next on NBC.
This is the NBA on NBC. Tonight, the Memphis Grizzlies visit the San Antonio Spurs. It's Coast to Coast Tuesday, presented by Kia.
A balmy Tuesday evening in November in San Antonio, Texas. We welcome you to the Frostbank Center, where the 9-4 San Antonio Spurs welcome in the 4-10 Memphis Grizzlies in a Southwest Division battle. De'Aaron Fox leading the way now for San Antonio, fully back in rhythm after making his return from injury. And on the other side for Memphis, Zach Edey will play in his second game of the season, looking to find his continued excellence and success at the next level. We welcome you courtside, Noah Eagle, the Hall of Famer Reggie Miller, 3-time Sixth Man of the Year award winner Jamal Crawford, Ashley Shamady. So glad you could join us tonight. It should be a very fun matchup with these two teams. Certainly there are names missing. Victor Wembanyama not going to play for San Antonio. Stephon Castle out for the next 1 to 2 weeks. Dylan Harper still not out there for the Spurs. And yet, it just feels like the depth of this team has been on full display, and De'Aaron Fox is leading the way.
He's leading the way, and he's comfortable. He's watched from the sideline. Now he gets to be who he's been his whole career. He's assisting, he's scoring, he's giving confidence to a young team, and he's bringing that swagger to a young team as well.
You can feel it on the court. You can feel it in the building. The juice is back in this building, and yet Memphis has won 11 in a row here in San Antonio, and they're looking to continue that trend tonight. It's been a rugged start to the season for the Grizzlies this year, 4-10, and yet it feels like for them, newer head coach in Tomas Izalo, newer message, and potentially a newer spirit moving forward.
Yeah, losers of 4 straight, and there was silver lining in that loss Saturday night in Cleveland. Arguably their best game. Now, I know they lost John Morant in that game, but the offense was better. They were more connected on both ends of the floor. But to me, going forward, can they generate enough offense versus a very stingy Spurs defense? Jaren Jackson Jr. has to get back to his all-star ways, and you mentioned Zach Edey. With no Victor Wembanyama, can he dominate the paint? They need to dominate the paint tonight versus the Spurs team, and then again, let that pace take control of itself.
To that point, if you tuned in to see a 7'4" giant, you're going to see that right next to Jaren Jackson Jr. It's that man. Zach Edey entering year 2 as the Grizzlies look to make it 12 straight wins in San Antonio. Next on Coast to Coast Tuesday. Just about set for action here in San Antonio as the Spurs and the Grizzlies go to battle. And let's meet the starting unit for the Memphis Grizzlies.
James Williams, VCU.
Cedric Howard, the no.
Jalen Wells, Washington State.
Jaren Jackson Jr., Michigan State University.
Zach Edey, Purdue.
Just the second game of the season for Zach Edey, 13 points and 7 rebounds in his first. Tomas Izalo is the head coach, first full season as the head man here in Memphis after being taken over. Taylor Jenkins relieved of his duties on March 28th. Izalo eventually got the full-time gig and is looking to leave his imprint, taking a lot of what Taylor Jenkins did and moving it further along. Has been really glad to have that man back patrolling the paint in the middle as we meet the starting unit for the San Antonio Spurs.
enough. Sell it, but it's not enough. You better raise that, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Hey. Turn this TV off, 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 turn this TV off.
Spurs family, get up on your feet! It's time to meet the starting lineup for your San Antonio Spurs. 6'3" guard from Kentucky, number 4, Fox. 6'8" forward from North Carolina, number 40, Harrison Barnes. 7'1" center from Vanderbilt, number 7, Luke Cornett. 6'7" forward from St. John's, number 30, Julian Champagny. And a 6'5" guard from Florida State, number 24, Devin Vassell.
Mitch Johnson in his second season as the head man in San Antonio, hoping to lead his team to their first home victory against the Grizzlies in 12 tries. We'll see if San Antonio gets win number 10 or Memphis puts an end to a 4-game skid. Next on NBC.
Spurs fans, are you ready? It's time for Spurs basketball. We need you on your feet.
Well, the big story in San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama out with a calf strain, and he's going to be sidelined for a couple of weeks, and he still looks comfortable in that almost pseudo-coaching role.
Well, he may not be playing tonight, but he's coaching. He's associate head coach, people.
So smart, brilliant. I wonder what he drew up the first play.
I just wonder what those shoes cost. Those are some of the largest logs on feet I've ever seen.
They were more than all of ours put together, fellas. I guarantee it.
That is at least a 20, maybe a 22 with the extra padding.
What costs more, the shoes or that bling around his neck?
Plead the 1, 2, 3, 4. Mitchell Irvin, Scott Twardowski, and Tyler Ricks are our 3 officials tonight. The 119th regular season meeting between these two teams in the Southwest Division. Skip it. Williams getting the start for the injured Ja Morant. And Cedric Howard's been one of the most impressive rookies in the NBA. Knocks down the opening triple.
Talk about a confidence booster as a rookie. This young man has come out on fire here to start the season for the Grizzlies.
Shooting over 37% from 3. Champagny's been doing the same. Can't respond this time. So Jackson clears. Williams will start out there. Edey, look for this high pick and roll, something that Tomas Isolo really wants to see from his 1 and his 5. Wells, back-to-back threes for the Grizzlies.
I talked about in the opening, how can these Grizzlies generate enough offense without Ja Morant? Ball movement, man movement, 2 threes to start.
It's just a good sight for Memphis, who had really been struggling from the outside the last couple of games. 19 of 75 from 3 in the last 2 as Fox misfires for San Antonio.
And you can see the pace that Memphis is playing with. They're playing with a certain freedom. And when you miss your star, you have to play with that kind of energy to generate baskets.
They're going to piece the point guard position, but it's going to be Williams to start out in that role as he gets towards the paint. Edey's trying to post up on Cornette. Cornette wants the 3 seconds. Instead, with 5 to shoot, it's Jackson on the attack. Floats it up and in. 3 straight buckets, an 8-0 start, and Mitch Johnson won't waste any time. Calls the timeout 90 seconds in. Memphis trying to get back in the win column. Hold on to your hats. Wicked is about to reach its epic conclusion. Wicked for Good is rated PG and flies into theaters this Friday. What an 8-0 start from Memphis as they just came out firing 3 straight buckets from 3 different players. Now San Antonio will have the response out of the timeout. Fox at the controls. Leave it. Vassell. Pull up top. Money. Devin Vassell on the season, averaging 13.8 points per game, but we've seen him in bigger roles come through, especially as a scorer. A little bit of a zone look here from San Antonio. Feed the big man.
Dominate the paint. No Victor Wembanyama and his 4 blocks a game. With your Zach Edey, control those minutes and paint points.
13.7 rebounds in his return to action. Vassell comes up short and cleared by Williams. So a 4-for-4 start for the Grizzlies. Right back to Edey, back down on Cornette. Edey sides up, Edey comes up short. We saw him absolutely devastate with that jump hook through his final 2 years at Purdue. Still looking to develop it at the NBA level. Fox cut off, and a reset now for Cornette, who played brilliantly in Wembanyama's absence a couple nights ago in the win over Sacramento. Vassell can't get another one to go. Coward continues to push the pace. Stop, feed, outside, Wells, 13 to shoot. Edey again. They love to play through this mid-post area. Shovel, Coward, short one. Doesn't get the roll.
Yeah, but they're getting great looks.
On both sides.
On both sides, yeah, they sure are.
San Antonio, a 1-for-5 start. Looking for some semblance of an offensive rhythm. Champagny got caught up, right back. Tough contest, it didn't matter. Counted and the foul.
Champagny getting a Reggie Miller. Played catch, played 2-man game with Cornette. High IQs, got to a spot, still focused on the shot. But Reg, he didn't kick out the leg.
Well, we don't know. Mitchell Irvin did block it there. Oh, no.
Oh, he did, Reg, a little bit.
Legal play. I like the play there, Julian. Legal play in my eyes.
And what a story Julian Champagny has become. We talked to Miss Johnson before the game, asked about him, and Coach Johnson said that when you have a fringe player like him who their one job, what they're known as, is a shooter. You have to go and make shots, and they're not making shots early in their career. It can be tough to drag them out of that mentally as Edey gets an early touch. Can't finish under the basket. Good recovery by Cornette.
Problem is, he tried to lay it in. You got to rip the rim off.
Champagny off the heel. They're still trying to get that wind under him, Zach Edey. Had 12 double-doubles last year in his rookie campaign, averaged nearly 16 rebounds in April. As Jackson drives, had ricocheted off the rim and saved by Cornette.
Oh, now Jaren Jackson.
Beautiful ball movement. Vassell just can't hit it.
He hurt his knee coming up.
He's laboring. Coward in transition. Long rebound, and Fox will let it fly out of bounds.
This is the last thing, if you're Coach Isola, you wanted to see is Jaren Jackson Jr. limping over to the bench right now. And this happened all in transition right here. Oh, right there. Rolled that left ankle.
Man.
Oh, that's excellent camera work right there. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But Reggie, to your point, you're already without John Morant, who will miss at least 2 weeks with his calf strain. You're missing the services of a number of players who haven't even played this year, including Brandon Clark at that big spot. As San Antonio looks to take advantage. Edey got the block on Cornette. But no Morant, no Clark, no Ty Jerome. Scottie Pippen Jr. haven't played this year. Javon Small missing this game with a toe injury.
And now we'll see and monitor what Triple J can do down the stretch here. Hook inside, Edey with position for two.
You can already see the stability that Edey brings on both ends of the court. Even when he makes good shots, he allows you to set your defense.
Sohan in the game. Attacks on Spencer. He had the size advantage, couldn't finish it. Spencer couldn't claim it, and Cornette an offensive board. Double team, 10 to shoot. And he bounced it to no man's land, but a foul called on a bailout against Memphis. It's gonna be Williams. See where this foul occurred. Cornette, that's not even near where the ball was going.
And I'm not sure there's a foul, but when in trouble, play dead. Edey right here, good hands, getting to the right spot. No wasted motion, straight up. Gets an easy one to go in the paint.
So Edey will sit, still have to monitor his minutes, played about 25-ish in his first. So Aldama out there, Wells, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out there. We see Jock Landale getting his first run along with Cam Spencer. Vassell attacks into traffic, had it knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay here with 6 to shoot.
Well, I like the aggressiveness by Vassell. There's the block there by Jock and straight into that extension in the backcourt.
Australians get physical. They're not afraid.
Joe Ingles will say that too.
And Canadians looking to shoot it, but Olynyk couldn't drill it. Joe Ingles will be, he was deceptively physical over the course of his career.
Sneaky physical.
Around it goes Spencer. He'll be the backup point guard through the night. Wells thought he was fouled by Johnson, and Johnson claims the board. Now he's looking to run. Keldon Johnson finds the cutter. Sohan attacks on Landale, and then threw it away.
Sloppy play here early on by the Spurs.
Nearly midway through this opening quarter, Memphis started this game 4 for 4. They're 1 for their last 5. Landale can't hit there. Keldon Johnson will run the show for San Antonio. He has fully embraced his bench role after being a starter for the majority of 3 seasons here in San Antonio, the longest active tenured Spur, and that is the improvement from Jeremy Sohan as he splashes home a triple.
Jamal, it may not look pretty, but it's the end result on that jump shot there.
The end result, Mitch Johnson was right there saying, get up, put pressure on their point guard.
He's 2 for 3 from 3 in their last game at Cleveland, or against Sacramento, rather. Season high in May 3. Santi Aldama, talk about improved play.
And that slow step right there, that's the new wave of the league and young players. They make contact, let the defense fly by, and then get a clean look at the basket.
I mean, Jamal, you were kind of coming into the league when the Euro step started to really become popularized. Here, especially, Manu Ginobili helped make it a big-time move across the NBA, but we've seen the development of that move, and to your point, it just feels like it's almost spawned into something like what we just saw.
I thought you were going to say I was old enough to remember when they used to call Euro step a travel, but you're right. I saw it when it came in.
I would never say that.
All right.
Never say it.
Yeah, you would think it. You would think it.
Foul called as Olynyk trying to make the argument here with 5:03 to play in this opening quarter.
Watch the bump right there in that slow step. Let the defense fly by. It knocks off the defense's rhythm. Good basket.
And so initially, it looked like actually they had just called this Memphis basketball on a stoppage and play. Instead, it's going to go to San Antonio. It looked like it might have initially been a kick. It actually hit the hand of Olynyk, which that's what he was arguing. And now look at what Olynyk will do in terms of handling the basketball. Bounce it. Full head of steam. Johnson got it right back to him. Olynyk, good hair, good finish.
And a steal by Olynyk.
Bounce it. Vassell, pump, drive. Olynyk did not get a lot of run early this season, but they're going to need him without Victor Wembanyama. He draws the foul on Landale.
It's been the Kelly Olynyk show here the last 30 seconds. Moving without the ball here, comes up with the bucket and doesn't give up on the play, just sneaks behind the inbounder and comes up with the steal. Now a shot to the free throw line. There's the contact by Jock sending Olynyk to the free throw line.
You think about what San Antonio has done in terms of roster construction. Mitch Johnson was talking about this before the game, but bringing in a guy like Kelly Olynyk, who has played on now 8 teams in the NBA, Boston, Miami, Houston, Denver, or excuse me, Detroit, Utah, Toronto, New Orleans, and now here in San Antonio. You've got Luke Cornette, who started this game at center, Bismack Biyombo. These are veteran players, Harrison Barnes, who's surrounding Victor Wembanyama and surrounding Stephon Castle, surrounding guys like Dylan Harper, are going to help create habits for them for their entire career.
And their veteran players are not trying to take away what they got going on. They're assisting in growth. They're not trying to take away from it.
Second chance here for Memphis. Off the screen, Spencer steps into one, and he drills it. Will they count the bucket on the foul? They will. Looked like the foul was going up right as he put the shot up, and they will double check to confirm it.
I think it was close. Did he get it off? Here comes the high screen there by Jock. When was the whistle, though? When was the whistle blown? Was the ball out of Cam Spencer's hand? And this is a potential 4-point huge play early on here.
And look, I mean, listen, based on the sound, it looks like it's out of his hands. Tomas Isolo knows how much Cam Spencer's shooting can help space the floor for this team. He was talking about why the Warriors had so much success against San Antonio with Wemby on the floor defensively, with Curry's gravity pulling him out. And we're not saying that Cam Spencer's Steph Curry, but just the threat of his three-point shooting, and they are going to count this as a 4-point play. That completely changes what a defense has to do for.
Occurs while the offensive players in upward shooting motion. Therefore, the basket is successful. Landale will shoot one free throw. Thank you.
And you hear it there from Mitchell Irvin. But it does change how a defense has to play this team.
Absolutely, and it's the setup. Spencer, once he gets to the second half of the court, he's a threat. But in the first half, that's where you want to pressure him and make him use energy. When he gets there, he can knock it down, and the sail he had to even get that shot up, he saw the pick and roll was coming, Rich.
You putting a lot of pressure on Cam Spencer. You know that Stephen Curry came in here and absolutely put on 2 shows in this building. So now you're comparing Cam Spencer.
Well, listen, his brother is his teammate, so he's got the inside track of the Steph movement.
This is when I get out the way, y'all. Let them have the Steph argument here.
Listen, Reggie and Dan Patrick already did that.
Yeah, they did do it. You're right.
Keldon Johnson move out the way, and he hesitated. Good to see Jaren Jackson Jr. back on the floor, and he forces the turnover.
Well, that's what a defensive player of the year is supposed to do. Make you hesitate, make you pump fake, and then at the end, make you make a bad decision.
To be fair, he did throw it to Victor Wembanyama. Maybe he just was trying to say, hey,
I passed him too.
Exactly, even on the bench. Here is Spencer. Landale sets the screen, tries to turn the corner, stop, and Swipa took it away. Here's De'Aaron Fox, led the NBA in steals a couple seasons ago. Sohan, same spot, same result.
You see Fox putting more pressure on Spencer right there. That's what they want to do on the front side of the court.
Not a true point guard on the floor here, that's why.
And Jackson got fouled away from the basketball. Sohan puts the hand up and says, yep, that was me.
Can't play with the basketball all around De'Aaron Fox. You just mentioned this, Noah. Led the league in steals a few years ago, and then dribble penetration. You see the blue jerseys surround him. How about Sohan? No hesitation. Back-to-back threes for Jeremy.
Spencer gets it back from Landale. Oh, Landale a little too aggressive on the screen.
I mean, if you're going to be physical and shove someone, you can't do it right in front of the official. That's a bad foul there by Landale.
Rookie Carter Bryant in the game, and just a little too strong on his first shot attempt. Mitch Johnson's very high on him, the rookie out of Arizona. Lottery pick for this team as Landale got position, couldn't finish, and then Bryant secures the rebound. Shows off the handle, and then knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay here. 2:44 to play in this opening quarter with a timeout on the floor and a 1-point game. Let's check in on tonight's DraftKings King of the Court. DraftKings is the #1 sportsbook for live betting. To get in on the action, download the app and use promo code DUNK when you sign up. This is impressive. Longest streaks with at least a block in NBA history. #1 is Patrick Ewing from 88 to 90. Then you see Mutombo, which you would have expected to be #1. And #3 all time is already Victor Wembanyama. 97 straight games with a block. Led the NBA in blocks last year. He's averaging nearly 4 again this year. Were you surprised too by Mutombo not being #1 on the list?
Also throw Hakeem Olajuwon in there as well.
Sean Bradley, somebody?
Yes.
Pretty impressive for the young man here in San Antonio. Sohan, same spot again, this time a little too strong. Defense starting to respect that corner three, though, for Jeremy Sohan now in his 4th year at a Baylor. Tough drive. Jackson couldn't finish. Stays with the play and it blocked inside. Jackson had it stripped again. Fox comes away with it. It's a 5-on-4 with Jackson late to recover. Olynyk was open. Fox will drive, float it up, short, what a foul.
Great interior defense by the Spurs. Look at this. Jackson thinks he has a wide open layup. Jeremy Sohan on the backside with the block shot. And then there's the swipe down by Swipe of Fox to create that fast break opportunity for the Spurs.
That was so nonchalant. That's why he just kind of went about his business, found the perfect spot. De'Aaron Fox, you could just tell how much he means to this team. Obviously, they are incredibly talented and incredibly deep, but you go out and get a guy like this to help train the rest of the young guys how to win and to make big plays like we've seen even today. Defense to offense, push the pace, get into offense earlier, force the defense to collapse. It feels like he can get into the paint at will. Spencer leaves it for Jackson. Skip it. Aldama thought about it. Spencer, pump, outside. Jackson's three. Not there. Bryant and Sohan both fought for it. Sohan comes down with it. Minute 50 to play in this opening quarter. Skip pass. Bryant, swing. Keldon Johnson. 10 to shoot. Olynyk, lob inside. Sohan, double. Bryant, no hesitation for three.
The pride of the IE, Riverside, California, Centennial High School. Talk about a guy with great length and size. They are very high on Carter Bryant.
Deep one, Cam Spencer.
No, Reg, don't give him that look. Don't give him that look. He got your respect now. Don't give him that look.
Hey, that was effortless for the right.
Okay, I like it.
Fox goes to the rim, can't finish. And a good steal by Caldwell Pope.
Oh, he's going to pull up from 35.
Yes, he is. Spencer. In and out. Bryant couldn't claim it. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Memphis.
If he would have made that, we never would have heard the end of Noah Eagle tonight, people. Look at Carter Bryant. They are high on this young man, especially what he can do at the defensive end. This is a bonus when he's knocking down threes, only to be answered by who, Jamal?
Steph Spencer.
Coward looking for Edey, 10 to shoot. Cornette right there.
Take
He
your
says,
time.
I'll do it myself. Double comes. Kick out. Williams will fire. Can't hit. Edey inside. He's just too big.
See how he kept it up high? Didn't even bring it down to his shoulders. Textbook one-on-one big man right there.
2-for-1 opportunity if Fox hurries here. Hesitation, spin, can't score. Rebound tipped in by Carter Bryant.
Love this young man.
It's amazing what happens when you knock down jumpers. You get more energy. Nice tip in right there by Bryant.
Just a 6-second different shot clock and game clock. Throw it towards the rim. Edey looking to get to it was fouled.
And this is where not having guys out there as Edey gets the rebound. He's a big man who plays big. And then watch Carter Bryant come flying out of nowhere, just knock down a three. And we're getting a little bit of rhythm to end this quarter.
Now just a 4-second differential between the clocks. Williams tried to put Fox in jail. Can't float it in. Got his own rebound. Now they don't have to take one, but they will. It's Vince Williams. They could have waited, tried to get the last shot. Instead, Williams will just will himself to the free throw line. Fox will pick up his first.
And left a lot of time here for Fox and company to go coast to coast with 7.2 left.
Sunday, the Premier League is live on Peacock with the North London Derby. Arsenal looks to strengthen their title hopes against bitter rivals Spurs. Drama unfolds Sunday, 11:30 Eastern, only on Peacock.
So you're telling me these Spurs are going to board a flight, head on over to the Premier League, and then...
I will tell you that I think Victor Wembanyama would be all in on that. And Bismack Biyombo, I know, is big.
Yes.
He's a big soccer guy as well. Carter Bryant will check out as Champagny will come in a little offense, defense. In fact, De'Aaron Fox was saying that Wemby and Bismarck, a couple of the other guys, they have a little soccer thing going a lot of times, pre-games at practices. De'Aaron played soccer growing up in Texas. Said that he was in a heavily Hispanic area, and his game improved rapidly. Shot clock turned off with 3 seconds left. Going to try to take it on well. Spades can't put it in at the end of this opening quarter. 1 point game after one. After Memphis got off to the quick start, you're watching Coast to Coast Tuesday, presented by Kia. Tuesday is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Get slam dunk savings today. Visit progressive.com. And by Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA. Well, first overall pick to MVP, David Robinson, Tim Duncan. In fact, Duncan did it twice. Will Victor Wembanyama be the next? He's already got a Rookie of the Year, and if he plays 65 games, he's basically a shoo-in for a Defensive Player of the Year. He believes and is focused on getting his jersey up there with the greats of this organization one day. And Jamal, you got to spend time with him when he first was coming into the NBA. The mental is really what separates him amongst the incredible physical attributes.
Getting in the gym with him was unbelievable, but him off the court, the dinners, the conversations, the way he thinks, that was even more impressive than the stuff we can't see.
Lindy Waters, the third in the game for San Antonio, provides some more shooting. Connect. Cornette back out there, kick it, and Williams can hit the three. Rebound, Edey. Doing his job early, cleaning the glass, trying to dominate the paint. Jackson can't push it in. It'll be Barnes, Fox, Cornette, Bryant, and Waters against Williams, Jackson, Coward, Edey, and Conchar. Waters, swing it. Bryant blows up another. Can't hit this time. So Jaren Jackson Jr. averaging just 17.9 points per game. That's his lowest since the 21-22 season. Shooting 48, 38, 80 splits. Edey couldn't get the offensive board. Rebound does eventually poke to Coward. And Jackson's open. Knocks down a three.
And sometimes that's all it takes. See the ball go through. 2 of 7 now for Triple J. And again, you mentioned this, Noah, struggling. That's going to be a foul on Jackson Jr., or did they get Williams?
And it looks like it's going to be Jackson as he discarded Cornette.
But this is a great opportunity, Jamal, for Jackson. There's the foul, a little chest bump right there. No John Morant for the next 2 to 3 weeks, right? He's arguably your best player. Let's see if he can find a rhythm offensively. I know what he does at the defensive end, but they're going to need his offense going forward.
To be more aggressive, for sure.
We've seen him do it in the past when Ja's gone down. Now, different set of players as Fox fires, can't hit. Of course, Desmond Bane was a big-time scorer for this team over the last couple of years when Ja would go out. So newer guys and newer roles, but another open look, and it won't go down for Jackson. Rebound poked to the outside. Waters looking to run. Bryant running with him. And knocked away by Conchar. Out of bounds will stay with San Antonio.
But these are all great looks for Jaren Jackson. Dribble penetration, wide open look. Here's the back poke there by Conchar.
That might have gone off of Lindy Waters. San Antonio catches a break. 2 minutes gone here in the second. Harrison Barnes step back in and out. Barnes, a guy who has proven that he can be an 18-point per game type of scorer for you when you need it. Coward, impressive move to reject the screen, just can't finish. No numbers. Fox back to Waters. Fly by. Long rebound, Coward.
And this is point guard by committee for the Grizzlies.
Memphis now 1 for 7 from the floor to start the second quarter, but San Antonio is 0 for 5. Bryant again.
Both teams getting great looks, though. If you told them to sign up for the shots they're getting, they would say, I'll do it every time. They're getting the looks they want. They're just not knocking them down right now.
Jackson spins and scores.
Be aggressive. I don't care how many you miss. Again, we need points and manufacturing points. He has a size advantage versus Harrison Barnes. He's got to use it.
Fox gets downhill, hangs and hits.
And you got to play fast now before San Antonio can set up this defense. Look at this wide open shot.
Edey has the mismatch against Carter Bryant. Goes right to work for 2. Well, Tomas Iserlo did tell us the movement was going to be the biggest difference in Zach Edey this year. And you're already seeing a little bit on the defensive side, but even there offensively, the footwork pristine. Harrison Barnes, money.
And that's the advantage Harrison Barnes has on the perimeter with Jaren guarded him. Move him off screens.
Full line shifts here as Memphis will get 4 new in the game and San Antonio will get 3. It's ridiculous.
Look at this. Size will always win in the paint. 14-6 advantage Memphis in points in the paint.
So Johnson, Vassell, and Olynyk in there for San Antonio. Cam Spencer back out there with Landell, Aldama, Conchar, Caldwell Pope. As Spencer in and out, rebound, and Caldwell Pope second chance opportunity, no.
KCP just continues to struggle offensively here in Memphis.
Just 7.9 points per game so far this year, shooting below 30% from 3 on the season. Johnson attack mode. And Olynyk trying to cut inside, couldn't squeeze it. It'll stay here.
And you see both teams. On one end, you have Memphis playing out a pick and roll. On the other end, you have the Spurs playing out the chase, where they chase the ball to get downhill. Both looking for the same things to create an action to free up a shooter.
When you say chasing the ball, what does that mean?
That means when the guard has it and he passes to a big and then he fakes like he's going one way but coming off a handoff. That triggers an action to get them the 2-on-1 to get those guys downhill to create something good.
Just over 4 minutes gone here in the second. Landale leaves it. Caldwell Pope off the screen. Stop, pop, around. Conchar, 3-ball, no. And a weak side rebound ripped down by Barnes.
Well, I agree with you. Both teams are getting quality looks here. Just can't knock it down. Nice steal here by Conchar.
Olynyk late to recover. It's a 5-on-4. Aldama sets the feet. Rebound popped right into the hands of Caldwell Pope. Second chance opportunity. Memphis has already taken advantage of that a couple times tonight. They do it again. Aldama switches hands and forces the timeout from San Antonio. 33-28. Memphis getting contributions from its bench. The court report as we say hello to Ashley Shamedy.
Well, guys, the Grizzlies had a pretty epic team bonding experience earlier this month. The cards just so happened to align in the NBA schedule where the Grizzlies were playing Toronto on November 2nd, and just Game 7 of the World Series just so happened to be on November 1st in Toronto. Memphis big man and Toronto native Zach Edey took full advantage, taking his teammates and some of the Grizzlies staff to the game. Jaren Jackson Jr., Jalen Wells, Cedrics were some of the guys who attended. Zach telling me he grew up going to Blue Jays games on his birthday every year with his grandfather. He also was a pitcher through the 10th grade, thought that would actually be his future, and said it was so surreal to be able to see a Game 7. Obviously not the outcome Blue Jays fans wanted, but the rookie Cedric Howard, so thankful for that opportunity. That was his first ever baseball game, you guys, setting the bar pretty high for any future baseball games he goes to.
Yeah, that's going to be tough to top for Cedric Howard as Olynyk bodies up for the bucket.
And he did that slow step again, Reg. He ball fake, let the defense go by. That is tough to deal with.
Wait a minute, could you imagine 7'4",
that's 300-pound
Zach Edey on the mound staring down at you if he would have continued to play baseball, Jamal?
No. Randy Johnson I thought was scary, but that would get a whole different sight.
Harrison Barnes, another triple. My question with a 7'4" pitcher is, what does the angle of a curveball look like from that arm angle all the way up? That's got to be just menacing. Conchar looking for the response, not there. David Jones-Garcia in there, one of the two-way contracts with this San Antonio roster, going deeper into the bench for Mitch Johnson. Spin around, nice move. Now you see me, now you don't for Keldon Johnson.
It was like Twister right there, wasn't he? Just got to a spot, spun around.
Landale, no. Good seal, but Conchar gets to it. Landale, pump, spin, kick. Spencer, split the double. Euro, kick, Caldwell Pope. No numbers for San Antonio. Barnes doesn't care. And Caldwell Pope hits the deck, collided with Johnson. Get it up ahead for Aldama. Oh, a nice catch and finish in traffic over the top of Barnes.
Love when your bigs run the floor. Disadvantage by the Spurs, and Harrison Barnes. Nice alley-oop there from Olenek to Keldon Johnson. The pace starting to pick up here for San Antonio.
Spurs now 35% from the floor as a timeout called. Memphis just 34%. Both teams still trying to find that rhythm shooting the basketball. Beautiful find. Aldama does the rest on one side, and then anything you can do, I can do better for the home team. For Tomas Izalo as the head coach of the Memphis Grizzlies, took over as interim head coach on March 28th and then was awarded as the full-time man, joined the staff last season after spending 9 years coaching in Europe. That was after playing for 3 different Finnish clubs over the course of a 14-year playing career from 2000 to 2014. First ever Finnish-born head coach in NBA history. The 4th international-born head coach in league history, and the 3rd active following the likes of Darko Rajakovic, who was a Memphis Grizzlies assistant, and Jordi Fernandez, the head man in Brooklyn. As Spencer was caught up, 10 to shoot now. Caldwell Pope looking to back down on Sohan, and it's Spencer open. Was there a reason? There's a foul away from the ball, going to go against the Spurs.
And what I love that Coach Izalo, he's doing it his way. The greatest lesson I ever learned, 1986. I was a junior at UCLA. The Lakers were practicing in Poly Pavilion, getting ready for a practice. I was fortunate to be in that practice watching, and he was absolutely dogging Magic Johnson all over him. After practice, I went up to him and was like, "You can't be talking to Magic Johnson like that." And he said, "Reggie, great players like to be coached hard. They like to be told the truth, and they never like to be sugar-coated or lied to." And there's been things in the news with him kind of getting on John Morant a little bit. And I just want him to know that the great ones, the great players, great play there by Harrison Barnes. Beautiful spin move and the contact potential and one. That you talk to any great player, and I had some great coaches, Larry Brown, who taught really Greg Popovich. He coached me hard, because if you can't coach that one, you can't coach the other 11. And that's always been the motto of great coaches, being able to tell it like it is to the best player, Jamal.
And that's where you get your respect from, to be honest with you. That is where culture comes in. When you can coach, when Pop could coach a Tim Duncan or a Manu or Tim, everybody else fell in line, and Pop earned that respect. Coach Izalo set the tone early.
Was Pat Riley wearing a suit, by the way, in the offseason?
He was not, but he had designer sweatsuit on. At the time, it was Gucci.
Oh, I'm sure
I remember it all.
Spencer on the flyby, and the nice floater in the lane. Well, the other thing that Tomas Izalo told us before the game, he's trying to get his team to understand you have to find ways to win when you're not shooting the ball well. Prime example of how it's going so far tonight. Harrison Barnes going takeover mode. Hit a couple of 3 balls, now he's gotten into the lane.
11 points for Harrison Barnes now, the first Spur in double figures.
Landale showing off the strength for 2.
They are absolutely living in the paint here in this first half.
Jones Garcia off the screen from Sohan. And he finds the window. Playing on that 2-way deal, trying to prove that he should be with a big club full time. Wells short, follows his miss, lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Memphis.
Well, the last 2 possessions, 2 Spurs players have failed, which allowed the Grizzlies to get 5-on-4s or 4-on-3s. Right there, good, strong move by Landale. Took his time, very patient. As Doc Rivers used to say, he's not going to grow. You can be patient down there. Take the time to get a basket.
I mean, this is a guy who grew up on a farm in Australia. It was, for the majority of his life, he just was, everybody figured, okay, he's going to take over his family's farm. As Aldama misses a couple times inside, could not put it in. It wasn't until he was almost in college that he said, you know what, I kind of like basketball. Maybe I'll just give it a try and see what happens. And it wasn't until he got till St. Mary's in college when a couple of his teammates said, hey, by the way, you're good enough to play in the NBA. Maybe focus on this full time. Don't worry about the farm back home. See what you can do in making a career out of this. And he's done exactly that as Jackson finds another bucket.
Jackson beat the double team right there. The double team was coming from the baseline side, and he shot right over him like he wasn't there.
Under 3 minutes to play in this first half. Fox in and out. Spencer has come off the bench with 10 points in 12 minutes. All the way to the rim. No, follow, yes, for Williams.
Man, they are living on the offensive glass as well again. No Victor Wembanyama. Looks like Luke Cornett getting ready to check back in to bring more size on the floor here for San Antonio, because the Grizzlies dominating the offensive glass.
14 offensive rebounds for 14 second chance points. Champagnie cut off by Spencer. Outside, Johnson, cross, drive, spin, got it. That's just smart basketball, use of the body for a guy who won a gold medal with the USA team in Tokyo in 2021. Jackson with 13 to shoot. Spencer puts it on the deck again. Spray it out. Aldama, sidestep, relocate. Spencer remains aggressive. Find the open man. It's Wells right through two.
Ball went side to side.
Not a care in the world because Victor's not out there. Everyone attacking the glass now.
Free money, Reg. We call that free money.
90 seconds to play in the first half. Champagnie's been quiet so far tonight, just 4 points. Sohan's been fairly loud with a couple of threes. Now Johnson trying to continue his rhythm. Can't do so off the heel.
No ball movement whatsoever.
Nice hustle back from Johnson.
Jamal, where are the cuts offensively for the Spurs?
And that's what Sohan was just saying. When the ball went to the post, they wanted the action to start. Now everybody was standing around, not a lot of movement.
Vassell, kick, Johnson. That is just the 10th assist of the night for San Antonio on 18 made field goals.
High now for Johnson off the bench.
2 for 1 if you play it right here. Aldama's is going to go aggressive and missed it. Now they can hurry and get the 2 for 1 themselves for San Antonio. Sohan quickly into the front court, puts the head down, nearly lost it, got it back. And they'll work for a good one. Vassell on the outside. Spencer steps up defensively. Johnson goes to set it. Short roll, Johnson attacks, spins, and missed it short, thought he got hit. They'll hold for 1 here with the shot clock dark and a chance to tie or take the lead going into the half. Low scoring affair here in San Antonio, and a foul to give was given by Vassell. That'll be his first. Allows for Cornett to come in for this final defensive possession. Edey will counter on the other side. 7.3 left in the second. Johnson will sit. So it's Fox, Cornett, Champagnie, Sohan, and Vassell against Spencer, Edey, Jackson, Coward, and Williams. Trying to get it in for Williams, knocked away by Champagnie. Can he get there in time? No. 3.8 remaining.
But still, that took a lot of time off the clock there. Now, if you're the Grizzlies, you got to go the length of the court here with 3.8.
Coward will inbound, gets it in for Jackson. 3 seconds left, up ahead. Williams gets it off in time, but he can't bank it in. So San Antonio, despite shooting the ball just 40%, having only 10 assists in the first half, still lead by 2 over a shorthanded Memphis squad as we go to the break. Cam Spencer leads the way for Memphis with 10 points off the bench, 11 for Harrison Barnes. Walk-off interview is brought to you by Metro by T-Mobile. Here's Ashley.
All right, Harrison, after an 8-0 run from the Grizzlies to start the game, you guys obviously settled in. How did you build some momentum, finish this quarter with that same momentum?
I think the biggest thing for us was just trying to get stops. I think we didn't do a great job of giving them second chance opportunities. Obviously, they're winning the rebound battle right now, so just try to get some stops, get some things going.
For you, Harrison, 11 points in 14 minutes. How have you just been able to be so efficient when you're on the court?
I just try to take what the game gives me. My teammates do a great job of finding me in spots. I want to try to be aggressive and try to take advantage of it.
Harrison, thanks so much. Good luck this next half.
Appreciate it.
Maria, take it away.
Appreciate it, Ashley. Coming up on the American Express at the half, Steph Curry made a little bit of history, and it might actually impact someone sitting at this desk. Any, mini.
49-47 as we start the third. Both teams struggling to find a consistent rhythm shooting the basketball, but we've got a competitive ball game despite some of the stars being out. No ego with the Hall of Famer Reggie Miller, 3-time Sixth Man of the Year award winner Jamal Crawford. Again, this is exactly kind of what you expect with these two teams, given who's on the floor. Hard-fought battle.
Well, they both don't have their go-to guys, even though you could consider De'Aaron Fox, who won the Clutch Player of the Year, one of those guys. But, you know, we're going to find out as this game goes on who's going to become the go-to guy down the stretch here for both teams.
Barnes got hot towards the end of the first half, lost the basketball there. Vassell scoops it up, can't put it in. Rebound falls to Champagnie. Second chance, Wells goes and takes it away. Wells now in transition. Coward was open momentarily. Get it inside. Edey. Fox snakes through. Stops, looks. Barnes relocates. Long rebound, trucked down by Williams. Well, it's the most combined misses in the NBA in the first half this season between these two teams. Both now shooting below 40% for the game. This is exactly what Tomas Izolo has been preaching to his team. Find ways to win without shooting the basketball well as Cornette takes it away. Now in transition, Fox is fouled by Williams. Just over a minute gone in this third quarter. We check in with Ashley. Apologize for some technical difficulties. We'll check back with Ashley in a moment as both teams are trying to break the seal in this second half. Champagnie got it. A three ball.
Reg, how much fun would you have with no rhyme or reason? You are already one of the greatest shooters ever, but you can let it fly at any time.
Give me 15 threes a game.
15.
Give me 15
How many would you
threes a
make
game.
of the 15?
6, 7.
Did you do anything with your hands there?
6. That was pretty good there, Noah. My kids are dying right now.
I was just, that was for them more than anything. As Wells gets Memphis on the board in this third quarter. It really is remarkable to hear these coaches preach exactly that, though. They want guys to get 10-plus threes up per game. The numbers and the analytics certainly support it as Fox turns the corner and scores.
Well, did they read the scouting report? They do know he's left-handed, right?
Easier said than done, Reg. You can't just figure that out.
Coward hasn't been shy himself. In and out. Williams offensive rebound. Jackson all alone. Book it.
That's where the game has changed. You had a guard getting a rebound, throwing it back out to a big for a three.
Fox again goes right into Edey and draws the foul.
But which way did he go?
I believe that was left. All right. I think Ashley's ready to rock. Ashley?
I'm ready to rock, guys. Had a little bit of a technical difficulty with the mic, but here we are. I talked with Grizzlies assistant coach Ryan Saunders, just what they talked about in that locker room. He said, obviously, we are taking advantage of being the only team with a 7-4 player on the floor tonight. We want to continue to keep them out of the paint. Also said, we're really happy with the shots. I know you guys, Reggie and Jamal, talked about. They're getting good looks, just need them to fall. He said, I love what we're doing on the offensive glass. That is getting us a really good advantage. And asked, what about Cam Spencer? What are you seeing from him? He said, look, when he is aggressive, it opens up the floor so much for us. We need to see more of that this next half.
So he didn't say, I see number 30 in Golden State?
He did afterwards. He said basically just, be Steph out there.
I like it. Either way, you gotta love a coach saying, we're just trying to take advantage of being the only team tonight that has a 7'4" guy on the floor. Normally that's every night. When you play San Antonio, certainly that is a stellar advantage when the other one isn't playing, as Jackson spins and takes advantage of the lack of interior defense.
Jamal, someone has awakened at the offensive end as Vassell knocks down the three. Jaren Jackson Jr. now is starting to kind of find his spots out here on the floor.
Got 14 points now. Edey nearly tangled up. And it's a foul on the floor instead against Vassell. He thought it should have been a jump ball.
You're right, Reg. You called for Triple J to show up. Absolutely aggressive right there. I'm not sure I would have stuck my hand in there like that, though.
Well, that's a foul.
But I don't know if the rest is worth the reward. Just,
my goodness, call a foul.
I thought you played in the 90s.
Wells, drive, bump, and he'll shoot two. Nope, they called this on the floor. And the foul occurs right there. So he doesn't get into that motion quick enough, but Vassell does pick up his third. Second team foul already. Now 2 team fouls on either side. Williams nearly had it knocked away by Fox. Gets into the paint. Off 2 feet. That's smooth. We just see more and more players do that, playing off of 2 feet. Feel like you've heard it all the time with Jalen Brunson, but you think about some of the great players in this league now, it's becoming more and more popular as Fox spins. That is pretty. De'Aaron Fox showing off the spin cycle.
Ooh, that was nasty. That was actually filthy.
Was it also sick? Back down, Jackson knock away, scoop up, 10 to shoot, around the horn. Wells on the attack, fend off, and Wells got a bucket.
That's a little SGA move right there. A couple of dribbles, use that shoulder to kind of create space there for Wells.
Fox had it knocked away by Wells. Williams a race to the basket. Vassell trying to meet him there, and Williams with a patient lays it home.
Well, isn't that what Coach Islo talked about? How can we score basketball in the open court? Create it with our defense. Here's a turnover, and Williams off to the races.
Barnes, bullseye.
Barnes now up to 14, 3 of 6 from distance.
Now the shot's starting to fall for both teams. Jackson's up to 14 points. He's 6 of 12 from the floor. Shoulder bump and another deuce.
And getting to 2 feet like you talked about, Noah, that's the balance. It slows the game down for you, and it allows you to make good decisions.
Barnes stop, feed. Vassell cans the triple. Tomas Isolo calls time.
But why? Again, the dribble penetration by Harrison Barnes created that wide open look. First, it's the spin move by De'Aaron Fox. And then the penetration by Barnes. Devin Vassell with the 3. We got a ball game here.
Court Book brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Cedric Howard, what a story this guy is, going from D3 to low-level D1 to Washington State to the NBA. And he talked a little bit while ago, while he was at Division III Willamette, it was hard to believe I could go to the NBA then, if I'm being honest, but I had to, because I'm a big believer in manifestation, seeing where you want to be in life. You have to imagine it to get to it, and he has certainly gotten to that spot. He also said, in full disclosure, that he just felt like he wasn't working hard enough now in retrospect. Tomas Isolo just threw down a water bottle. Clearly his ATO did not go as he wanted it to. The execution not there, and Cowher's gonna have to bail him out on the fade.
But they scored the basket, Noah.
But
Coach!
They scored, that's intentional spillage.
But this is why I like his approach and how he's coaching this team. I mean, he's expecting these guys execution, and he's holding everyone accountable.
They are still clearing the wetness by the bench. Spurs play on, 2 to shoot. Johnson comes up short on the push. Jalen Wells off the screen from Edey. Float. Late to recover now. Could be a 5-on-4. San Antonio hurries. Champagny sets the feet. Extra. Barnes. Here's Cedric Howard. He's a fascinating player at 6'6", 213 with a 7'2" wingspan. Was the 11th overall pick in the draft, and showing you the entire tool bag.
But also too, Jamal, it's a message for all those kids out there that are late developers, right? That, you know, they're not the blue chip #1 recruiters to all these big schools. There's other paths to get to the NBA.
It absolutely is, and it's more than one way to skin a cat. He's doing a great job as he's lining up this next one to knock it down.
He's feeling it now. Cedric Howard is straight cash. An 8-0 run forces a San Antonio timeout.
Cedric Howard showing he's not a coward. There's the water bottle destruction on the sideline of the Grizzlies, but it's not stopping the coward. He's showing up here, knocking down threes.
Today, Knicks at Houston. And that's a young Jamal Crawford. A leaner, a banker to win it.
The first official game winner by me. That was my welcome to New York moment, even though it wasn't in New York. It was in Texas. But that was it. I ran off and had to come back for the interview.
You feel the same right now, the same level of energy you felt there? You're in Texas. So.
No, I played 39 minutes. I ran off. But it does feel good to be back in Texas.
That's a heck of a shot to win it.
That was your very first game winner?
Official, with no time left.
Landale will clear the rebound here. Memphis, by the way, only has 3 free throw attempts in this game. Not like San Antonio's taken a ton. They've only taken 8 themselves. 11 combined free throws between these two teams.
Well, both coaches would say that's good defense on both ends.
Post up on Johnson.
Oh, nice move.
Shimmy shake, dream shake, nightmare finish.
He had the shot at opportunity when he first went to the middle. He anticipated the defender to come up, and he was already ready for his counter. Wasn't needed right there.
Under 5 to play. Oh, the banker goes. Hoop and harm for Keldon Johnson.
You just have a sense, Keldon Johnson, who's been the most reliable bench scorer over the last couple seasons for this San Antonio team, especially with no Wemby or Castle available tonight. He's going to get it going offensively here for San Antonio.
And Johnson now up to 12 points off the bench. Under 5 to play, full court pressure here. Jones Garcia making it difficult for Spencer. Off the screen. Spencer will step into it. And doesn't get the roll. Randall's right there to clean it up.
Randall's been great. He started the first 13 ball games for this Memphis team while Edie, was recovering.
Oh,
look at this.
Spencer,
Look at
out.
this.
That is a dangerous play. Olynyk feeling the effects. Spencer also feeling the effects on his offhand.
Yeah, Spencer, I respect it. I heard the screech. Not sure I've ever dove on the floor ever in a game, but
at least he's honest, though. At least he's honest. This is a guy trying to grind to continue to earn his minutes with this roster. Vassell, that's a tough one, and he gets bailed out with a foul call. It'll be the 10th and 11th free throw attempts for San Antonio as Landale picks up his 3rd.
Chuck said bad things happen when you play defense, but Spencer was working hard, hurt his hand a little bit, but he has more buckets in that right hand. He's not too worried about that left hand.
It looked like the foot of Olynyk came down on that hand.
Take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. Tomorrow night on ESPN, Houston at Cleveland, followed by the Knicks and the Mavs. NBA TV Thursday, Hawks right here in San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Then Prime Video Friday, Indy at Cleveland, and a big one, Denver in Houston for more of these games.
Goodness.
Please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. That is a heavyweight battle.
Both teams playing their best basketball in this early part of the year. Şengün versus Jokic.
Big Joker versus little Joker.
Ooh-wee.
We've already seen, just think about this week, Kevin Durant as the closer for that team, what that has done to change the chemistry of the Rockets. A foul away from the ball as Sohan was battling with Jaren Jackson.
He was looking for an offensive foul on Jackson.
It'll be 3 on Sohan.
Look at the battle down here between Sohan and Jackson. Both grabbing. I would have liked a no call on that. Let them play.
Oh, now you're back to the 90s. Now you want to talk about the physicality of letting them play.
Let them play, Jamal.
1-point game. Spencer turns the corner. Outside KCP on the drive and finish.
It's his first bucket.
That was one of his tougher shots, too. Going left, shooting right.
We know what type of winning player he can do. Sohan, tough one. And Jackson guides it to Landale, had to rip it away from Olynyk with a foul called 75 feet from the basket. It'll be Olynyk.
Landale just eating up boards. Just 8 now on the evening. Nice job here off the bench here for the Memphis Grizzlies.
So Vassell will sit and Fox will come in. Spencer out there with Aldama, Landale, KCP, and JJJ.
Yeah, it's a lot of letters out there.
It's a lot of initials. This is CS for 3.
And he knew what he wanted the whole time. He was getting pressured. He told KCP, bring the ball up. Let me go to the off-guard position and get where I'm comfortable. He is a knockdown shooter.
13 points off the bench for Spencer in 17 minutes. Fox, kick. Jones Garcia thought about it. Right back to De'Aaron. Pump. Patience. Fox drills it. Up three ball.
De'Aaron Fox is like Usher Raymond shooting a shot right there. Didn't he? Smooth, let him fly by.
Take his time. He just couldn't. He needed the cherry. That was it.
Yeah, well, no.
Aldama fend off, and a foul is called. Olynyk tried to cut him off. Aldama looks like he took a shot to the face, and Olynyk's going to pick up his second.
Is it on the floor or shooting?
Spencer right here. Getting downhill, going left. Pulling up. And Fox. Up fake, smooth. I think he said, yeah. Hit that Usher.
And there's the shot to the face. Olynyk trying to cut him off, but Aldama will take the 4th and 5th free throws of the night for Memphis. Tap into the action in the NBA app. Go deeper inside the game. Check out where the Grizzlies' Cedric Coward ranks in the Kia rookie ladder. And tap to watch games live. Download the app today.
Well, guys, Memphis was somewhat in this boat versus Cleveland on Saturday. They controlled it through 3.5 quarters, and then Cleveland, the last 8 minutes of the fourth, just their talent took over. What's going to be the case here? Traveling there by Kelly Olynyk. Remember, Ja went out of that Cleveland game early in the first quarter.
There's the defense there. It caused the travel from Aldama. Our producer of the Stars, Frank DeGrace, says that it reminds him of the Luke Cornett Eclipse closeout. As that is going to stay here. Fox nearly jumped the passing lane. By the way, I mean, you guys were both outstanding shooters. Would the Luke Cornett Eclipse affect you? Basically, he stands almost at the block, jumps up and down to block your sight at the rim.
That actually would have helped me.
It would have helped you.
It would have helped me. Target practice. Moving object, see him in the rim, it wouldn't have mattered. Offensive foul there. Finally, Sohan gets what he wanted all along.
Keeps it at a 5-point game. San Antonio takes over here. 2:26 to play in the third. Jackson picks up his second, and Edey will check back in. Right there. Yep. On the hook. So Williams, Caldwell Pope. Nope, Caldwell Pope will sit for Coward. Coward, Williams, Spencer, Jackson, and Edey against Cornett, Champagnie, Sohan, Fox, and Johnson. Fox, kaboom! Another three.
Just a warm-up walk-in three there for Fox. Rhythm jump shot.
Quietly up to 15 points. Williams. Spray it out. Spencer gets past Champagnie, uses the body, fades and fills it up. Cam Spencer doing it all.
Steph Spencer, get it right here, Noah.
Yeah, sorry.
You heard Jamal.
Johnson goes coast to coast with the inside hand.
We are in store for a finish.
Spencer, not this time. Both teams starting to shoot the ball a lot better here. Memphis at 44% from the floor. San Antonio at 45. Fox has 11 points in this third quarter. Working on Spencer. Step back two is pure. Timeout Memphis. De'Aaron Fox is starting to cook at home. Up to 17 for San Antonio. First full season for Mitch Johnson as the head coach here in San Antonio. He was the acting head coach and got 77 games of experience last year. His 10th season with this organization. His father, a legend in his own right. John Johnson won the 1979 title with the Seattle Supersonics. Mitch, a Seattle legend himself as well. Stanford grad in 2009, still second all-time in Stanford assists total. And you can just feel a different confidence now in year two for Mitch.
And he's always going to be a coaching star. How he was brought up, being a basketball player in the Seattle School District at O'Day High School, back-to-back state champion, along the names of Jason Terry, guys like that who have won back-to-back champions, coming to this organization, being mentored by the one and only Greg Popovich, and seeing everything he's learning and how he's applying it. We saw it even early when his team got down 8-0. He called a timeout a minute and 49 seconds into the game. That was Pop light. So to see where he's going and what he's doing, he's continuing the culture, but put his own mix on it as well.
Let's check in with Ashley.
And guys, I actually learned that Coach Johnson spent time this summer looking at interviews of Coach Popovich, just studying the way that Pop talked, the way he answered questions, taking note of his mannerisms. This is not a position that he's taking lightly at all.
So, Ashley, are you concerned now if you have to interview him post-game how it'll go?
No, it's not because I told you that one time I asked Coach Popovich one question and it scared me.
It did, yeah.
It scared us for you when you asked him that question.
Oh, man.
A minute to play here in the third. Both teams offensively heating up. The discard. Now Fox looking to attack. On Caldwell Pope. Step back three. He's got it. De'Aaron Fox taking over the third. And a steal by Johnson. One-on-one with Williams. Johnson to the rack for two.
And Coach Johnson says, get up, apply more pressure. Let's try to go on the offensive run with our defense.
Williams breaks it here. 45 seconds left in this third.
Here's the disadvantage for Memphis, not having a true point guard.
Jackson says, I'll do it myself.
They have a true talent, though, Reg, in Triple J.
18 now for Jackson. Fox, he checked. And a long rebound goes to Coward.
That was a 2-for-1 shot there by Fox as well.
He was 6 for his first 6 in this third quarter, and Coward makes him pay. Cedric Coward hits another 3.
His 4th on the evening now, up to 14 points for the Rook.
Shot clock off. San Antonio hold for 1. No fouls to give here for Memphis. Fox looking to break down Caldwell Pope. Gets by him, a lot of contact, no foul call. 3 seconds left. Caldwell Pope will get it off in time. Not there. And we will go to the fourth quarter in a 1-point ball game. Memphis takes control at the very end with a Coward 3 and leads by 1 as we head to the fourth. Tonight, keep the games going on the Tonight Show. Wicked Week continues with Ariana Grande plus Josh Hutcherson and music from Snowcaps. Follow's all new tonight on NBC. On Tuesday, November 11th, the Spurs celebrated the return of the Spurs City Edition with a free lunch party at the Rock at La Cantera. Spurs team 30 Rock was an appearance for fan photo opportunities. As we start the fourth quarter, 1-point ball game. Memphis led Cleveland by 8 after 3 the other night. Got outscored 32-16 in the fourth. See if they can run through the tape tonight. Back down by Jackson. A force up is short.
One more crab dribble by Jackson. Would have been a little bit closer and easier shot for him. He had the height advantage.
Fox took over late in the third. Vassell got a flat tire. Fixed the shoe. Now he's ready with 7 to shoot. Working on Conchar. Pick and pop with Barnes. 3 to shoot. Attack mode. Oh, Edey says no. Williams back the other way. Rejects the screen. Kick it. Coward hit the 3 at the end of the third. This time we'll go to the basket for the bucket.
This young man, again, we highlighted his path to the NBA. He's showing that he very much belongs here.
Champagny, just a little bit too much of a hesitation. 10 to shoot.
How about the closeout there by the rookie, though?
Vassell. Some contact, and that's going to be out of bounds going the other way.
Well, Champagny was chasing the three-point shot right there. He had a mid-range, could have broke the defense down, got in the paint. But he was chasing that three-point shot, didn't get it, had to pass, and turns it into a missed shot.
Jamal, where have you been the last few years? Don't you know analytics? They don't like those mid-range shots.
Do they matter in the playoffs? Because every point counts when it matters most.
Yes.
Okay.
It is such an interesting conversation when you talk to coaches, though. They say,
it drives me crazy, Noah.
But a lot of them will tell you as Edey loses the basketball. A sneaky steal by Vassell. Revs the motor. Defense to offense just can't convert. And Vassell took a hard fall on the rebound. His legs recover. It's a 5-on-4 for Memphis the other way. Conchar, swing it. Coward. And too slow. They let Vassell get back in there defensively. Take post up. Mismatch. Edey. Offensive foul.
What? There is no way Patrick Ewing and Shaq could have played in today's game. If that is, let me see if this is a real hook. Oh, come on.
San Antonio get it back here on the fend off. It's Fox.
He turns the bump into a Euro step, so he stabilizes you on offense and then doesn't allow you to recover.
Coward back to the right. Rejected by Vassell. He says, give me that.
Right there, not giving up on a play. Late contest, be second to leave the floor. Vassell with the big-time block.
16 to shoot. In for Edey. Hand, Williams, Jackson. In rhythm. Back tap by Edey. Williams gets it to Conchar. Swing it, nearly taken away. 10 to shoot. Another opportunity here. Screen from Jackson. Williams dancing. Step back. Williams. No. Edey. Physical. And a foul staying here on Cornette.
Zach Edey putting on a clinic on the offensive glass. Again, no Victor Wembanyama tonight, so there's not a lot of resistance for the big man. Look at this. 1, 2 efforts. Again, allowing your team extra possessions here. And it was right around this time on Saturday that things started to go south for Memphis.
They have tied a season high with 18 offensive rebounds, led to 19 second chance points. San Antonio only has 4 offensive boards and 2 second chance points. Jackson can't convert. Rebound fought for again. This time it's a foul going the other way. Conchar.
I was looking to see Spencer get back in the game, and he's getting ready to check in right now. Good hustle right there. Ooh. That man went off San Antonio.
They called the foul on Conchar, yeah.
I don't think it was
like a lot of ball,
yeah,
right?
I didn't see the foul, but.
So changes on both sides. Spencer is back in the ball game with Caldwell Pope, Landale, Conchar, and Aldama. Olynyk back out there for San Antonio with Champagnie, Barnes, Vassell, and Fox. Fourth quarter is where Fox has made his money, and that's exactly why. Float game strong.
Well, as a Cam Spencer, you have to switch, right?
It turned to a double screen, Reds, because he didn't switch.
Sure did.
Fox Gamble, Caldwell Pope looking for the advantage, and Fox was dragging Landale on the cut to the rim.
There's got to be immediate switch right here. I mean, you're right. There's the double screen right there, double pick, and you clears both. That's just an easy walk-in teardrop for Fox.
And even with how fast and quick that he just always seems like he's playing at his speed, no matter what. Aldama, pump, drive, float. That is tough.
Nice hanging jump shot right there. When you hang in the air like that, that's like trying to hit a moving target. And he had the nice touch.
And they're trying to target Cam Spencer now. Now they figured it out.
Vassell driving kick. Champagnie on the attack and finish.
They are going to put Cam Spencer in every high screen and roll with De'Aaron Fox. So either he's going to have to learn to play defense or he's going to be on the bench with Coach Izolo here.
Can he capitalize on the offensive end? He's been excellent there so far tonight with 15 points. Caldwell Pope, pull up, pop is pure.
Vet move right there in the vet bucket.
Look like he's been working with Chris Johnson hoops in the summertime.
16th lead change here tonight. Again, they're targeting Spencer. On the step back, it's Fox. Can't get the roll. Spencer could not squeeze it. It'll stay with the Spurs. Spencer can't believe it. He thought Barnes was the one to knock it out. He is imploring Izolo to try to challenge this one. Let's see if it's worth it.
They changed it. That's good officiating there. Scott Fedorsky ran over there to Mitchell Irving. They talked it out.
So they get the stop with Spencer on the court. Caldwell Pope has been the initiator when he's been out there offensively. Two-man game with Caldwell Pope and Spencer. Now inside, Landale, size advantage, cannot convert.
He had a ton of space right there, too. The lane was clear. Rushed it just a little bit.
That's a great look there by Landale.
Pick and pop. Olynyk. No. Spencer looking to push the pace. Conchar behind the back. Aldama. In and out. Johnson drives. Johnson maybe knocked away by Aldama. Spencer again in transition. Bounce, Caldwell Pope, lob it up, and a foul is called, a collision with Olynyk.
I think that was a pass, though, too.
It certainly looked like a pass, and it will be a side out. Timeout on the floor, 6:56 to play, and we've got a ball game. Tonight's headlines are brought to you by Royal Caribbean. Fun game here in San Antonio. The Grizzlies doing a great job on the offensive glass. 18 offensive rebounds have led to 19 second chance points. Cedric Howard just continues to impress around the league. The rookie with 16 points, 13 after the half. But it's De'Aaron Fox who's starting to take over in this second half with 20 of his 24, and the fourth quarter is where he usually comes to life.
And he's doing it all different ways. Watch the up fake, look to the side. Glide, knock down the three. One dribble, catch and shoot three. And right here, he puts Spencer in jail just to step back and say, look at that. De'Aaron Fox rolling right now.
Clutch player of the year in 2023. And trying to guide his team to their 10th win of the season. Spencer cut off. Gets it back from Aldama. 10 to shoot. Spencer on the attack. Finds Landale inside, who's fouled. Jock Landale started his career with San Antonio, looking to extend the Grizzly advantage. Take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. Tomorrow night on ESPN, Rockets at Cavaliers, 7 Eastern, then the Knicks and the Mavericks at 9:30. NBA TV Thursday, Atlanta at San Antonio right here at Frostbank Center. And then Prime Video on Friday, Indy at Cleveland, Denver at Houston. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. 2 misses from Landale. Barnes getting some rest for Fox before the final stretch of this ball game. Vassell, pump, kick, Olynyk, shooting practice.
5-point swing. You missed 2 give-me's at the free throw line, and Olynyk knocks down an uncontested 3.
Obvious that both coaches are trying to maintain the starters in a healthy and fresh way for the final stretch of this game. Landale had it knocked away. Vassell got another one. Sohan, defense to offense. Olynyk thought about it. Pump, fire, Barnes. Cross, drive, Barnes, look out! It's a Barnes bash at the rim. 7 straight for the Spurs and a timeout, Memphis. It started on the defensive end. Devin Vassell getting it done again. And Harrison Barnes, he said, yeah, I might be 33, but I still got bunnies to put his team back up. Try the new Peacock Performance View and experience real-time player stats and live shot data that updates with every basket. Available now only on Peacock. Well, it was only a matter of time before both of these teams start to get some of the starters back on the floor. Memphis has done that. Vince Williams out there, Jaren Jackson Jr. out there, Jalen Wells out there along with Conchar and Aldama. Now San Antonio will see how they counter. They keep this 5 on the floor for the time being, and they'll give Fox that final stretch of the game. Jackson got tripped up, no whistle came, nearly lost the basketball.
That's a
kick ball is going the other way.
Kick ball on Jackson. Question is, was he tripped up on this dribble drive here?
Right there. Inadvertent from Sohan.
Yep.
Cedric Howard, Tomas Isilo told us that he's still only got to play about 25 minutes a night as Olynyk can't hit the 3. Currently at 20 minutes of action, so you got to believe they're saving him for that final stretch of this game as well. Williams off the Aldama screen. Approaching 5 minutes to play here in San Antonio. Jackson, fend off. Reset Williams, 7 to shoot. Cross, drive, take the bump, and the bucket.
That was a little De'Aaron Fox-ish right there. A little crossover, Euro step using the lefty.
And now Coward does step off the bench, and he'll check in after the foul that Olynyk draws on his way to the basket.
There's the move here by Williams. There's the contact bump. Look at that long stride. Nice use of his strong hand, the left hand there by Williams.
So Coward will check in after the first free throw, and Fox will do the same. Coward in, out there with Wells, Aldama, Jackson, and Williams. Fox now on the floor with Olynyk, Johnson, Sohan, and Barnes. Three-point game, 5 minutes to play. A game that might feel like a regular run-of-the-mill Tuesday game right now. You add these up at the end of the season in the Western Conference, that is going to be uber tight once again. These are critical to get. Williams can't hit. Aldama got a hand on it. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Memphis.
Williams Jr. had a matchup right there. I thought he was going to take advantage and get to the basket, put pressure on, but may have settled for that jumper right there.
Olynyk bounce it. Barnes again, this time stopped. Nice job by Coward to respond. Sohan floats it up and in. Jackson draws two. Wells, good recovery by Olynyk. 14 to shoot. Fend off, crossover, drive, a lot of contact, no whistle. Jackson kept the basketball. No, to the outside with 6 seconds to shoot. Coward was screaming for it. Around, Williams will take and make the three.
What a huge shot there by Williams. This is a guy that has nursed a lot of injuries over the last 3 seasons. Coming up big here for Memphis.
22 second chance points for Memphis and a turnover on the other side. Edey will check back in, and Memphis can take the lead.
Coach Isola was finding out a lot about his team over these last 2 ball games. Williams with the huge three to keep the Grizzlies within striking distance here.
Starting at point guard tonight, 14 points, 7 rebounds, and a career-high 8 assists. Starting 5 on the floor for Memphis. It's Williams looking to turn the corner. Hesitates, kicks. Jackson, 10 to shoot, spin, forced it up short. And the rebound scooped up by Johnson. Johnson attacks. Coward stays in front, nearly a travel. It's Fox. Rebound to Coward. It's a 5-on-4 with Sohan late to recover. Coward through the maze. Williams, Coward for the lead. He sticks it. Coward is fearless in San Antonio.
Someone has done their homework to find a diamond in the rough in Cedric Coward. This young man, unselfish play there by Williams, and Coward once again knocking down a dagger shot.
Leads the Tampa Bay Bucks out to LA to take on Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Football Night in America kicks it all off 7 Eastern on NBC and Peacock. Approaching 3 minutes to play. Fox pulls, can't hit, back tap by Cornette. 1-point ball game. Johnson can't take the lead back, and Williams corrals the rebound.
Groveland guards come back to help the bigs on the boards.
Vince Williams gets it inside. Edey trying to find position. Now it's Jackson with 10 to shoot. Jackson working on Barnes. Drive, spin, kick. Coward just hit a 3. This time he'll drive and float it short. Rebound, Edey just took it away from Vassell and missed it. 2.5 to play. This is their closer. They brought him here for this specific reason. Skip it. Barnes, drive, cut off by Jackson. Barnes, second effort, swooping delivery goes.
Was that Barnes or Magic Johnson gets the Celtics in the 85 final? Skyhooking.
San Antonio back in front. Coward off the screen. Johnson goes down. Coward missed it short. Follows it up. Second chance. Jackson's 3 off the mark.
Extra pass, Jamal. Vinny Williams was wide open. One more pass by Jackson. Wide open 3 for Vinny Williams.
1:40 to play. Barnes on Jackson. Drive, fade. Oh, a tough bucket. The veteran delivers.
Well, he was Magic Johnson on the previous play, then Air Jordan on this play right here.
20 points for Barnes, 3-point game. Lob it in, Edey, hook it outside. Coward, Wells, 10 to shoot. Wells looking to drive, cut off. It's Edey with 6 on the clock. Back down, big versus big. Edey, short.
Huge defensive effort here, needed by Memphis.
Minute to play. Johnson, cross, shake, kick. Barnes, he buries it! Harrison Barnes, a personal 7-0 run.
This is why vets matter. Harrison Barnes, the sweeping, running sky hook. And how about this? The fadeaway over the bigger and longer Jaren Jackson Jr. and the possible dagger. The three-level score here by Harrison Barnes, the 33-year-old.
Mitch Johnson loves the way that his veterans have helped teach the game to the youngsters. Get it in, knock away, right out of the timeout. It's a San Antonio forced turnover.
And that's inexperience. That's a young team.
Fox against the rookie. Looking to put that final nail in the coffin. Around, Johnson drives, spins, Johnson scores! It is all Spurs down the stretch, a 9-0 run. Fox had a hand on it, Johnson gets to the deck. Exclamation point from Fox! Oh! A phenomenal Fox finish to this game. They got the juice back in San Antonio. You can feel it here in Spurs land. Spurs win 111-101 on an 11-0 run to wrap this one up.
But who was it? Harrison Barnes and Mr. Clutch himself, De'Aaron Fox down the stretch, gentlemen.
That's matter.
What a finish. What a finish. There is something special once again in this city.
Let's go to Ashley.
All right, De'Aaron, this one close throughout. You guys obviously pulling away there at the end, and then the dunk to finish it. First off, how good did that dunk feel?
I mean, it felt great winning this game, obviously, with all the guys we have out. But, I mean, Harrison Barnes carried us through this, and that's just what a vet does.
I love that you talk about your teammates. First, I want to ask about you, though. 20 points in this second half. What changed for you in this second half?
Just get aggressive. I mean, I saw one go down, and that opens the floodgates sometimes. So just being able to see that, be patient. Obviously, 7 shots in the first half. It's not bad. I mean, it's not great, but we had the lead. So I wasn't worried about what I was doing as far as scoring the ball goes.
You guys played this game without 2 of your top scorers. You just mentioned Harrison Barnes, but as a whole, what can you say about your teammates and their ability to just step up?
I mean, I talked about this last game. Last game we had 7 guys in double figures. I see 3 right here, so I don't know how many more we had, but no, sorry, I see 4 right here. But we have a team. We have a team, and we know that whenever one guy goes down, we have a plethora of guys that can come up and that can step up, because no one person will take up the slack for a guy being out.
Coach Johnson talked to us before the game about wanting you to not play so nice, wanting you to be the dude, the guy. Are you still trying to balance that with this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have so many dogs. Obviously, this guy right here, Keldon. And for me, obviously, I wanted to come here and fit in, and they come in and fit in, and they tell me don't fit in, they tell me to be myself. So as I'm getting acquainted, I mean, this is my, I think, 6th game back since March. So for me, it was kind of coming in slow, and we had such a great start, so I don't want to mess up the chemistry, but I'm glad we got the win tonight.
Thank you so much, Darren. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
All right, Ashley, you cannot deny the impact this crowd had tonight. Harrison Barnes helped to put this one away, finishes with 23 points. The reaction, the energy in this building was different, and the final touch was this, a special windmill and a special delivery from Fox.
After the break, stay tuned. It's NBA Showtime presented by State Farm. For Reggie Miller, Jamal Crawford, Ashley Shamady, our entire crew. I'm Noah Eagle saying so long from San Antonio. You're watching Coast to Coast Tuesday, presented by Kia, as the Spurs get their 10th win of the season and keep pace towards the top of the Western Conference. It's De'Aaron Fox without Victor Wembanyama, showcasing the leadership. We'll talk soon.
Max One Music. Max One Music.